Meeting is being recorded and summarized.
Hello, and welcome to our presentation from the Career and Professional Development Center. My name is Cliff Guerin. I am a career advisor with our team, and I want to welcome you all to our presentation from Boots to Suits. So during this presentation, we will be exploring different ways and strategies on job searching, focusing mostly on our veterans, veteran spouses, or anyone who supports our veterans and our military personnel today. So the first thing we want to explore Job Search 101, when to start. When should you start searching for your job? Do you wait till after graduation? Do you wait for a few months before graduation? Most recruiters today say start now. Start looking for the kind of jobs that you're interested in based on your degree plan, based on your interests. Get an idea of what is the landscape. Do some reconnaissance. Get out there and find out what will it take for you to get into the kind of work, the kind of career that you're interested in after you graduate. Don't wait till after you graduate. Start now. Many recruiters will start recruiting in the fall. If you're in the accounting field or certain business or even teachers college, you will be looking and seeing recruiters out there maybe around the fall for the next spring. But mostly I'm hearing that recruiters can start recruiting anytime. Employers can recruit at any time of the year that they want. But now again is a good time to begin. Treat your job search seriously. Schedule time every day if you need to, a couple times a week. Devote yourself to that process. Find a place where you won't be distracted. Make sure that you are focused and devoted to spending that time for the job search. Job searching can be a full-time job. So make sure that you are carving out the space and the time to give it a serious look. Now, a few things that we will cover today. One, do a self-assessment. It doesn't have to be formal. It can be something that is informal, but you want to know what is it that you want? What do you want to do? What do you bring from your military experience that can factor into your job search? Research your MOS, your rating. What was your job in the military? What are some translators that can identify the civilian equivalent to that? And we actually have that on our website. If you have been there before, I want to go ahead and show you where you can find that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring over our website. All you need to do is go under jobs and internships, click find a job, scroll down. You'll see here under affinity and identity resources, military and veterans. Click on that, scroll down a little bit more, and then you'll be able to see all of the helpful resources we have, including USA Jobs. This is a new AI career toolkit for veterans called WiseDoc. We have job boards, and then here are the military translators. So you can click on that, and you can see that we are going to take them from military.com, ONET, Next Move. Click on these and then put in what your MOS was, and you'll be able to find the civilian equivalent to those job titles. That's the self-assessment. Next would be identify potential employers. This is actually a current trend that we're seeing now in the job marketplace or the recruiting space as well. It's not so much about looking for job titles. That's important, and you can certainly still do that, of course. But what we're seeing today is identify the companies you want to work for. What's in your backyard? What do you have available to where you can make contact with those recruiters that's in your area? Now, of course, if you live in an area to where those companies are not there, they're not available, then of course you want to look, broaden your scope, so to speak, for that. But I wanted to share with you that in addition to looking and using keywords, job titles, job functions, what we're seeing now are a little bit of an uptick, on identifying the kind of companies you want to work for. So a lot of our IT students, a lot of our veterans will identify places that will be veteran friendly. If you have a security clearance from a previous job, even if it's expired, but you have that experience with a security clearance, that could be a really good bonus when you're identifying those companies. Research, we're going to talk about that as we're going forward as well. What tools to use to research those companies, and then to prepare what I call your marketing tools, your resume, cover letter, interview skills, all of those things. As a veteran myself, and as I have worked with our veterans here at WGU, interviewing seems to be a little bit of a mystery at times for our veterans. And so if you need additional support and assistance, all of our advisors here at WGU's Career Services can help you with a mock interview. And then making contact. Employers, job fairs, information sessions, a lot of these are covered and available through Handshake. So when employers are scheduling information sessions, all of that will be through Handshake. We'll talk about that a little bit going forward, and making sure that your Handshake profile is also up to speed. So the career milestones is something that we have been working on for a few years, and we have that established and published on our website. I can go over what the career milestones are, but I think it is going to be probably much more entertaining, perhaps, if that's a word, for you to watch this video.
GU, we understand that many students pursue higher education to secure a fulfilling career. That's why we're committed to providing more than just an education. We offer pathways to real opportunities, preparing you for long-term success in today's competitive job market. We've identified 7 milestones that will propel you toward your career goals. And our career and professional development team is here to assist you every step of the way. WGU Career Milestones help you navigate a clear path to your goal by aligning your education with your career plan. Think of it as a career GPS. Your journey to achieving success is easier when you have directions. From creating a SMART goal and developing a personalized plan, to building important connections and a portfolio of demonstrated skills, WGU Career Milestones will empower you to collect the academic and professional experiences you need to reach your next job opportunity. Are you ready to unlock your full potential? Take control of your success story and start your unique path towards a rewarding career by beginning your milestone journey today.
So this is the career milestones. I often have students start here with milestone number 1 to identify what are your goals? What do you want your goals, your career goals to be? So if you follow these steps, step 1, identify your needs. We have a career pathway worksheet for you to use. Step 2, Discover your traits. You might have already taken Pathway U during orientation, or if you didn't, you can find Pathway U here under the step 2 of milestone number 1. Now, with that being said, let me show you another video. I thought that this was a really good introduction to the Pathway U.
Pathway U is the only tool you'll need to live a more meaningful and sustainable life. We're the only program that uses science to guide you to purpose. Finding your purpose has never been so easy. Simply log in and start discovering more about yourself. Use our predictive science to guide you to the right choices in education, career, and employment. Explore all the different career pathways that align with your unique gifts to determine the steps you need to take. We can even connect you to real jobs you'll love. No matter where you are in life, Pathway U will give you the confidence you need when making those major decisions.
So Pathway U, again, is part of career milestone number 1. All you need to do is log in, click on this, and then you can begin to go through those 4 assessments. If you already did this and it's been some time, try it again. See what differences might have come up during your studies. It can be a really very informative tool to use. And then step number 3 is where you will actually go and build your SMART goals. We have an AI-driven guide to help you with that. We also have a career goal worksheet that will walk you step by step on how to create those SMART goals. I thought I would just outline these here to get a closer look. All 7 of these milestones can follow you not only during your time here at WGU, but even after you graduate, you still have access to these resources. Now, translating your military skills to civilian workforce skill sets, qualifications. We talked about the skills translator and the MOS translator. That can help you identify maybe some job titles. I put just a couple of examples here. So if a student was in the tactical network specialist program, say with the Marines, then they'll have an understanding of IT or network installation, configuration, maintenance, troubleshooting, local area networks, servers, hardware, all of those things. These can be used as part of your job search if you need assistance with any kind of keywords or specific skills to connect the dots. Now, identifying potential employers, I'm going to say one of your first steps is to use Handshake. But my recommendation and advice is make sure your Handshake profile is completed. You've got a profile picture. You've got a summary statement, maybe 4, 5, 6 statements that are your 30-second commercial. It's your 30-second commercial that talks about what is it that you want to do with your degree. Very similar to your resume. At the top of your resume, you should have that summary qualifications. Well, the same thing with Handshake, or if you're also on LinkedIn, you want a strong summary statement that talks about what do you want to do. And don't just tell me what you want to do it. Tell me how you're going to do it. How do you want to do the job that you're seeking or that you're applying to? There's an area on a Handshake where you can put your skills and make sure they're relevant skills. Handshake may populate some of them. Get rid of the ones that don't make sense. Get rid of the ones that you really don't need there, and then put your own in there. You can type your own skills. That's going to help those algorithms behind Handshake. So when recruiters are looking for potential recruits or employees, then they'll be using those algorithms to be able to find you. You want to be visible. So make sure that's there as well. Now, there is something called the hidden job market. The hidden job market is when a company they have jobs, they've got a couple of positions that are open, but they're not advertising it just yet. So you might have heard from your own network, people that you know who say, hey, we're going to be opening up a job in a couple of weeks, and I think you might be a really good candidate for it. Why don't you send me your resume and I'll push it on to our HR department? That's an example of kind of a hidden job market. Well, where else can you find these? Well, if you're in an internship or you have done an internship, or sometimes they're called externships if they're around the holiday time that we're approaching now. Again, you may hear them say, hey, this internship can be a preparation for an opening and for a job coming up. So you can hear about it there. Networking, if you're using LinkedIn as a networking tool, then be able to understand how to connect with those possible networking partners, if you want to call them that. LinkedIn has something called the LinkedIn Alumni Tool, and that is also something that you'll find on our website, links to that alumni tool, where you'll be able to do a search, and that can be really very, very helpful to be able to connect with those other students or alumni that's in the system. Company newsletters, things online, look at their website. You can do research through Glassdoor. If you belong to an industry that has a professional association, find that professional association, do a Google search, go there, look at some of their resources, especially career-related resources. You can find some really good information that's not anywhere else. And then, of course, if you're volunteering, you're doing something that's getting you out there in your industry, is another way to find those hidden job markets. Now, researching the employers is still pretty important. So you want to be able to know, I don't just need a job. That could be a good start, but you also want to know, why do you want to work for that particular company? It needs to be more than I just need a job. It needs to be, what's your knowledge of their products? What's your knowledge of their service they offer? Is it in alignment to who you are and what you're studying and what you see for the long term, as much as you can? You'll also find out, what are they looking for in an employee? What is their application process? What types of special initiatives do they have? Do they even advertise that they are a veteran-friendly company? Maybe that's part of your search. Do they advertise recruitment schedules? A lot of this can be found on their website, but that's also why you want to research those employers as well. Handshake is going to be a really good way to do that, because any company that comes to us to post jobs or internships, they're going to be on Handshake. We're going to make sure that they are real companies, they're real opportunities. Now, it's not 100% bulletproof, so every once in a while there might be something, and we've been seeing some scams kind of bounce around a little bit, so be careful. Ask us if something looks fishy or out of order. But when those legitimate companies are on Handshake, you can find the recruiter, you can find their contact information, you can find out if they are doing a presentation on Handshake that you can register for. Lots of good information that can be found there. LinkedIn, of course, is another still legitimate resource to use. But again, use caution, be smart about giving out your personal information. And then the company's about page is always going to be a reliable source as well. Now, I talked about the LinkedIn Alumni Tool, and the Alumni Tool is something that is part of LinkedIn itself. So let me give you a quick tutorial, if you will, about this. So you want to log into LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn account. Go up to the search, put in Western Governors University. I've already done that before, so I can pull that up. That should, I want to view the page. This is the official WGU LinkedIn page. Go here at the center where you see the word alumni. Click on that. And it will open up this pane where you'll see that we have 342,223 alumni that are on LinkedIn. So you'll see here where they're, where they work, where they live. You scroll over, what do they do? All of these things that you can make connections with. And then you can put in any kind of keywords. Maybe put in software engineer. And then you can see where they're, again, scroll down and you'll be able to see their profiles. You can look at their profiles. Do they look professional? Do they look like someone that you want to connect with? So if they do, and let's say, let's look at Kevin or Keith. He's in Florida. He's got some highlights. He's got some background. If this is someone that you find of interest that you want to connect with, then you can click the blue connect button and then send him an invitation. I'd say, it's like, well, what should I be looking for? I would look for, make sure that someone has a good about section. So you can see here where they talk a little bit about themselves and they have a call to action. He's got a video. I won't play the video at this point, but again, is it professional? Is it someone you want to connect with? It's all about doing a little bit of research here and finding out more about the people that are WGU alum or current students that are in your particular degree plan. And this is how you begin to build those professional connections. Now, preparing for those promotional tools, as I mentioned earlier. So for some resume tips, if you can keep your resume to one page, that's great. If you can't, and it goes to a page and a half, that's not going to be a deal breaker. So you should be fine with that, but you want to make sure that it is as relevant as possible. Now, accomplishment statements, bullet points, make sure that you avoid using I statements or those first personal pronouns. Use the job descriptions because those job descriptions will help you with those relevant keywords. And then those keywords are going to help you with those applicant tracking systems and also the AI screenings that you'll find. Now, I want to show you one of our recent tools that we have, which is called JobScan. And maybe you have heard of JobScan, but let me show you where you can find that. Go to Build Your Brand, click on Resumes, scroll down, and you'll see JobScan. This is where you can upload your resume. You can have job and your job description, and JobScan will do a quick grade and help you with that. Here are some quick demo videos. Let me show you this one. It's very popular.
JobScan is known for revolutionizing resume optimization and making it easy to craft a resume that will get you more interviews. but JobScan's set of tools has grown to encompass much more of the job search. Here's all the ways a JobScan premium account will help you speed up and simplify your job search to help you get more interviews faster. Complete Match Report. JobScan's Match Report is at the core of our resume optimization tools. It gives you a match rate that shows you how well you match the job you want to apply for. It also gives you personalized tips on how to improve your resume. Free users are limited to searchability tips and a condensed skills list, but as a premium user, you'll see all the hard and soft skills you should add to your resume. You'll also see formatting advice so you can ensure that your resume is ATS friendly and human friendly, so that you can be found within the applicant tracking system and the recruiter can easily read the text on your resume. This advice is based on expert feedback. A complete match report means you get more tailored advice to make your resume even more attractive to recruiters. Power Edit. Power Edit makes it so incredibly easy to optimize your resume. In addition to recommendations you get from the match report, Power Edit gives you AI-generated phrase suggestions based on your specific skills. With Power Edit, you can edit your resume in seconds, adding phrases and bullet points right within your browser. It also comes with several ATS-friendly resume styles. When you're done, just download your resume and apply for the job. Unlimited scans, unlimited scan history, and resume manager. After you've scanned a resume, JobScan keeps a record of it so that you can go back and continue working or make more adjustments. Nice, right? Well, as a premium user, your scan history is unlimited. You can scan an unlimited number of resumes and easily find past scans whenever you need to. You can also easily view the match rate for each job you've optimized your resume for in your job tracker board. LinkedIn optimization. LinkedIn is implementing more AI features to automatically surface relevant candidates for open roles. This makes an optimized LinkedIn profile critical to your success as a job seeker with JobScan Premium. You can scan your LinkedIn profile against your desired job description and get tailored advice on how to improve your headline, summary, work experience section, and education section. You'll also get insider tips that will help send your profile to the top of LinkedIn search results. Resume Builder. Building a resume from scratch has never been easier with Resume Builder. As a premium user, you will get access to our resume summary generator and bullet point generator. With the bullet point generator, you can select AI-generated phrases based on your resume, or have it generate a phrase based on specific skills you want to highlight. With just a few clicks, this makes writing your experience and measurable achievements a breeze. Cover Letter Generator. Our AI-powered cover letter generator uses the text from the job description you entered and the text from your resume to write a cover letter that is relevant, accurate, and based on best practices. Within seconds, you have a personalized cover letter tailored to that job. As you can see, JobScan is a complete job search companion. Our tools make the job search easier and faster. Start a free trial today to see how JobScan can help you land more interviews.
All right, so that was JobScan. And you already have a premium account. You don't have to do a free trial. You already have a premium account. When we bought into JobScan, we made sure that that was going to be available to you. But you need to just go back in through the WGU sites to be able to log in. Everyone should have received an email already on how to do this, but that was some time ago, so it's easy to kind of get lost in the background noise. I have had students ask, can I use my previous JobScan accounts? No, you can't. You have to use the WGU if you want the premium account, and it's lifelong, so it should not go away after you graduate. But remember, it's going to help you with your resume, the cover letter, and your LinkedIn profile. After you have JobScan work with those, if you want a live person, a human being, to look over those for you, you can always get a review from our office. Just go back to that resume resource page that I showed you. Go to step 1, go through that resume course, which is 20 minutes, I think, which is one of the requirements. And then the self-review form is also part of that process. Takes a little bit of time, but you're going to learn so much more and you're going to have a greater guarantee of success of having a current resume that's going to get through those applicant tracking systems. We just talked about JobScan. I thought I'd share some of these stats with you. 3 times more interviews that JobScan, the company, is seeing with their clients, 132% more LinkedIn profile views, and 46% shortened time to the interview. Again, unlimited scans with the premium account. You have that job tracker that you can go back and you can track the jobs that you're interested in, save them for a later time, and then have the optimizer for all of your other tools that you're using. Now, again, making contact with an employer, if at all possible, is really going to be a good thing for you to do. Everything you do, and especially if you're using USA Jobs for federal jobs, you want to follow those application instructions. The resume part of the USA Jobs has changed. It's now only a 2-page resume versus the long form resume that they had previously. So I am actually currently updating our resources for the USA Jobs resume requirements and some resources to help students who want to go that track. That will be found in our resume page under the templates that we have available. They're not updated yet. I'm working on that as we speak. And so you'll find that updated hopefully soon. Send a professional resume and cover letter tailored to the position. That's my point here. I've had students say that's kind of a hassle because I have to change it for each time. If you want to get through that applicant tracking system, if you want that human reviewer of your resume and cover letter to see that you have taken the time to tailor your resume to a specific job, then yes, you want to take the time to make sure your resume is tailored to each different job description. Following up after the application is perfectly reasonable and okay. If you go 2, 3, 4 weeks, then and you're not hearing anything, you can always follow up with the company, let them know that you have applied to a particular position, restate your interest and that you believe you're qualified. You're just following up to make sure that everything got to them correctly, or do you need to resend the information? Not to repeat all this again, but LinkedIn and Handshake again are going to be 2 good places, and the company website to help make contact with any employers or recruiters. As I hope you know, when you log in or go on to our homepage, to the very right of the homepage, you'll see our events that are scheduled for that particular month or the next month coming up. That's where you'll be able to find our live workshops like this one. That's where you'll be able to find employer-driven workshops that employees will host. Sometimes those will be open to other schools, but it's okay. If it's a topic you want to follow, then go ahead and register for that particular workshop. Now, I know I covered a lot and we went to some details. I hope you enjoyed the videos also, which will show you some of that information. But at this time, I want to open up for Q&A. If you have any questions or you brought questions today, you can put them in the chats. I believe that WebEx has put everybody on mute, so you may not be able to come off mute. You can give it a try. But if you have a question, please go ahead and put it in the chat now. If you don't have any questions or anything you want to share, and you need to hop off, you're perfectly welcome to do that. I do want to wish you all a good Veterans Day and thanking you for your service on this Veterans Day. And I hope everything goes well and have a great rest of your day. Those of you who are remaining, if you have any questions, I'm happy to help you with those questions. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. And please look ahead for any other workshops that we have coming up, and enjoy the rest of your day.